Bu ihtimalle bu çarşamba günü gelir arkadaşlar. Neredeydi? Şurada bir ha. Öğrendim bu arada.
What news do you bring?
Picked up the bristleback trail by the quarry. Looks like they stampeded out of a mine at the back of the valley.
The mine? How could a herd of bristlebacks come from there?
I'm not sure, but Ulvin's workers were using explosives to tap the tunnels inside.
For the love of Dawn, I told him it wasn't worth the risk. Those tunnels, they run for miles underground, even beyond the Daunt. No, you don't think.
That Ulvin's blasting opened up a passage from the other side?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps. If this is true, we need confirmation. An inquiry. So thorough, so irrefutable, endorsed by the Savior.
All right, I'll keep looking.
Devam edeceğiz oraya.
I need to go.
Of course.
If I'm gonna find out where the bristlebacks came from, I need to head further west. Another reason to get the embassy going?
Ha. Toplantıya gitmemiz lazım. Tamam, toplantıya gitmeden önce ben bu petlerle konuşmak istiyorum.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing
Dadasını
by.
mı?
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon clean brokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by. Convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
Sığabilirim arkadaşlar.
In the Daunt.
Oha, ayı.
You're a pig. Blasted things, those bristlebacks. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Olvin's plans. Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
Ben boğdum sayılır.
How could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Ulvin?
İşte ben de onu anlamıştım.
Concession decree.
İmtiyaz kararı.
Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Carja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
About that, I think the bristlebacks came out of Ulvin's old mine.
Now there's a spark that could light a fire. Can you prove it?
I'm working on it.
By the forge. Grab my ear if you nail it down.
Peki burada ne
Be
arıyorsun?
back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else
Şunu
can
da
you tell
soralım
me
arkadaşlar.
about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one.
Ne diyorlar
At
peki?
least not anymore. They're some other brand of sun crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep
Yemek,
from
huh?
starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked stormbird, waiting for what exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law breaking.
Who is this
Bu
Tolan
Toland
Cleanbroker?
kimin nesi?
Just some chuff-huffing
Ödüğün
pondsman.
önde
Got a shop
gidiliyor.
here in town.
Kasabada
Lived in chain
eriyince
scrape since there was a chain scrape. He and Ulvin go back a
yolunda
ways.
desin.
Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Toland works for Ulvin?
Ulvin might think so, but Talon scrapes up his own scams.
Kafa yoruyor diyor,
And he ain't
anladım.
the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
So
Peki.
about Ulvin.
Around here, everything's about Ulvin.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
Tamam.
This concession
Bu
decree.
karar
What is
ne?
it exactly? And how would it help Ulvin?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvin has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Tamam, hepsini konuştuk. Şu sığınmacılarla
That
konuşalım.
way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
Petra said Toland has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
Tamam, şimdi o görevi de yapmak istiyorum gerçekten. Çevirdim bu arada. Aracı tanımlı kampına git. Tanımla konuş. Şimdi bu kampa gideceğim de bu kamp. Tanımla konuş. Obsidian. Önce bir Obsidian'ı yapmak istiyorum ya. Tonlat burada değil mi? Konuşalım bakalım şu Tonlat'la. Selamünaleyküm. Yanlış düşün.
That's you. The machine hunter, the bell.
Makine avcısısın diyor. Evet, ben oyum.
Put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A stormbird. Nailed it myself with the harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing, and it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Karja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Karja lovers. On your blasted way.
Tamam, konuştuk. Obsidian'ı yaptık. Şimdi gidip hemen o kampa gidebiliriz. Bu arada ben yanlışlıkla girdim. Eğilmek istemiyorum. Kamp suyu ileride. Buraya sonra geleceğiz arkadaşlar, merak etmeyin. Şimdi bu görevleri yapayım birazını. Sonra çorak şişe gideceğim. Orada her şey yapacak. Buraya ses yapabiliyor muyum? Yapamıyorum. Bunu yukarıda büyük ihtimalle kapta. Şöyle seçeceğim işte o var. Bakayım belki buradan böyle çıkabiliriz. Oyun izin verirse. Bir çıktan şu yukarıdan. Sürekli bir yerlere takılıp tutuyoruz. Neyi yere serdim onu da bilmiyorum ki. Önümü göremiyorum ben. Ha, gördüm şimdi. Tamam. Buraya kadar çıktım. Daha da yukarı çıkmam gerekecek ama düz duvara tırmanamam. Yorum buradan oradan emin miyiz? Bence yol bak şuradan. Evet.
Set this green shine for something special.
Buraya sonra gidelim arkadaşlar. Burası şu an dediğim nokta değil. Nasıl gideceğim ama ya? Dur, arkamda bir yol varmış, onu takip edeceğim de. Buradan nereye gideceğiz? Buradan... Ha, şu yolu takip edeceğim değil mi? Evet. Bu yol beni oraya götürecekmiş. Bir dakika şöyle bir şey yapayım abi. Gel bakayım sen. Ulan madem her türlü bu yolu kullanacağız, ben ne diye diye zaten zaman çıktım. Devam et abi.
These people are under attack.
Hey! You up there! Aren't you gonna help?
Bunların ne olduğu hakkında bir fikrim yok. Bunları nasıl öldürdüğünü bilmiyorum. Şu an hepsini yıktım. Ateş etme. Dayanıklı varmış. Ondan ateş et. Şey bakmıyorum ya. Senin mi lazım? Ooo tutuldu. Hayır düşme. Lan komple düştük aşağıya. Daha bir yolu bir daha çıkmam gerekecek. Neredeydi abi orası? Tamam geldim sayıra zaten. Şimdi arkada şey var buradan. Buza karşı dayanıksız diyor da bende buz var. Abi sen neden çıktın? Oo çok iyi vurdu. Bırak öldüremedim. Bir de yalnız kusura basıp gidiyorum şimdi. Ne oluyor lan? Kim ateş ediyor bana? Tekrar geliyor lan. Görmedim seni ya. Abi bu zor biraz. Nerede başlatacak beni acaba? Bu da başlattı. Tamam makineleri öldür diyor. Arkadaşlar bir şey almış mı ya? Almış mı? Almış. Daha para önemli. Şurada şey var. Şimdi o küçükleri ailesel, o küçükler biraz daha bize şey yapabilecekler. O biraz mı harcayacağını azalttı da. Hani şu küçükler, şurada küçükler var abi. Ne var bir zaman küçük. Bu değil. Ölme. Gitti.
Get to safety. I'll handle the rest.
Oğlum siz nereden çıktınız lan?